Today I'm going to be reviewing two skincare products from Garnier. The Garnier, let me get this right, Garnier Skincare Active Vitamin C Daily UV Brightening Fluid Invisible with 50 plus SPF, okay? And then I've also got the Garnier Skincare Active Vitamin C Daily UV Brightening Fluid Glow. Again, that is SPF 50. Welcome back to my channel. It's lovely to have you here. This is Selfcare Karen. Selfcare Karen is all about empowering busy women to feel their best and to give their best. If you'd like to know more about me and my brand, please just take a look at my video description. I do have a mailing list and you get three free downloads when you sign up to the mailing list. Trying to get that right. And also I do sell digital downloads online, as well as more custom items as well. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a skincare review. This is a product or two products that I've seen everywhere, especially on TikTok. A lot of TikTokers are kind of selling these. I did not buy these off TikTok. I bought them, maybe I bought them off Amazon, or I might have bought them in Boots, or I might have bought them in Superdrug. Can't remember, but I am an Amazon associate. So if you do want to find out more about this product, there will be some affiliate links in the video description. This video is not sponsored. This is not an advertisement. I'm giving you my honest opinion of these products, but you might decide that you want to learn some more and you'll easily find the link in the video description. If you then buy, then I might earn some kachinga from a qualifying purchase. Anyway, enough said about that. Let's get into the review. Now, I was really excited to try these out because not only is it SPF 50, which really I'm beginning to think should be the minimum SPF that I apply to my very sun deprived skin, but also because they have two versions. They've got an invisible version and they've got this glow version. And then I just looked up online, they also have a third version, which is a matte version. And there, the active ingredient is not vitamin C, but it's hyaluronic acid. So I might try that in the future. But for now, I'm happy just trying out these two. And I've been using them now probably for about a month, maybe 6 weeks. I always try and give the skincare a bit of time on my skin before I come to you and give you the review, because sometimes some skincare can cause me to break out or to have some sort of adverse reaction. And I also like to try them out in different kind of scenario settings, like for example, on their own or on top of other creams, under makeup, all that kind of stuff. So I've done all of that and I'm ready to talk to you about these products. So as I said, they've got an active ingredient in them, which is vitamin C, and they have two versions, an invisible one and a glow one. Particularly, I was interested in the glow because I have got like this struggle to try and find foundation or BB cream that kind of works for me. And if you're no stranger to my channel, you'll know that every now and again I kind of share something with you. So far, not so good. I really am struggling to find a foundation, and believe me, if you suggest one to me that is good coverage for my kind of age, I'm 50, please let me know in the comments and I will look into that foundation. I do struggle a bit with foundations because a lot of the ones that are recommended have got silicones in them, a particular silicone that I try to avoid, which is a cyclical silicone, because it has been known to interfere with people's endocrine system and can be quite unsafe to use. And yeah, I know it's surprising, it's still in our skincare, but you know, there's loads of nasty ingredients out there. I only really know about this one of them, but there are many more. But anyway, the reason why I think SPF is so important and why 50 is kind of like my minimum number now, I think, is because alongside cleansing and hydrating or moisturizing, I know they're different, slightly different, but anyway, hydrating or moisturizing, SPF is kind of like the cornerstone of my skincare routine for anti-aging. So you can apply all the actives that you want to your skin. You can shed loads of retinol, bakuchi oil, you can use vitamin C, you can have facials regularly, all of this, you can use acids, all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, what is going to really prevent premature aging of the skin or exacerbated aging of the skin, and by that I mean lots of wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, discoloration, all of that stuff, is going to be the use of sunscreen. And it's really important that it's a broad spectrum sunscreen. This is UVB and UVA. These are purported to moisturize, protect. The invisible one is an anti-dark spot, and the glow one is anti-dark spot and a sheer tint, so it's got a bit of colour in it. I have to say there is only one colour for the sheer tint, and clearly I'm pale. I've got a very light skin tone, and I don't know how this sheer tint will work on darker skins. Let's see if they say anything about that, because mineral pigments, it says glowy sheer tint formula that perfectly blends with different skin types and tones without leaving white traces. So it would be interested to hear from any of you out there that have got a darker skin tone than me and you've tried this product, whether or not that is the case. Anyway, I'm going to apply it. I've got no makeup on. I've just today I've been doing videos. I've dyed my hair, I've done my eyebrows, and now I'm going to do this video here about this skincare. So yeah, forgive me for coming, but I wanted to apply it on screen, the both, so you can kind of see the finish of both of them. I would say I like the fact that they're in these tubes because they're a handy size to cart around with you, and I have been using the invisible one, sorry I got it upside down, the invisible one on my son in the mornings as a sunscreen as well, and he's reacted fine to it. And I have to say it's quite difficult to get sun cream onto children, particularly the really thick kind of holiday sunscreens. This is really good because although it feels lightweight, I can definitely see that it's covering his skin, and I can only hope it's giving him protection. I mean, he's not burnt himself yet, so hopefully it has been. Yeah, so SPF is really important to me. I do have two favourites already in the SPF world. One I've done a video on, and I'll link that video here, and it's from Superdrug. It was one of two Superdrug superhero products that I wanted to feature in a video, so I'll link that video up here. The other one is from The Body Shop. Now, I have mixed feelings about The Body Shop. I recently watched a video from James Welsh, I think it was James Welsh, of their twins, and I never know which is the one that does the skincare, but anyway, I think it's, and the other twin does makeup. He did like a really interesting video about the history of The Body Shop and how it's not actually as amazing as I used to think it was. Also, recently they went into administration in the UK, but I see that they are still selling. Their shop on Oxford Street was definitely still open a few weeks ago, and also they're selling on Amazon. So you'll see that I've linked the Skin Defense one that I've used on and off for years. Really like it because it's really lightweight and it doesn't leave a white cast, and it's also SPF 50. So those are kind of my two benchmark products to kind of compare these two. So anyway, let me go ahead and apply. I'm going to start with the invisible one. So on this side of the face, I'm just going to apply the invisible one. So I'm just going to put a little bit onto my hand here. You'll see it is quite fluid, but it doesn't run away with itself, which I have found that that they can do. These I can't remember what one I used recently, and it was disgusting. It was like, I think I had it in an empties video. Anyway, as you can see, this goes in really easily, and it smells a bit suntan lotiony. I'm sort of just trying to get halfway across, and I do try and go down the neck a bit, and I normally do my décolletage as well, because I tend to get very red there. And I do also, I would say to you that I am quite good on the whole wrinkle front, but you can see that I do have patches of, well, redness definitely, but that's probably more to do with the fact that I been in the shower quite recently, but I do get hyperpigmentation sometimes. Sometimes up here I get a bit of hyperpigmentation or melasma. Okay, so that's the invisible one. You know, no white cast, not a lot of shine, so it's really nice. It's lovely and lightweight. And this side, let me just put the glow one on. I'm just gonna apply it. So it does kind of look like foundation color to me, or what my foundation color would be, maybe a bit darker than I would normally go. Kind of depends on the time of the year if I've got a sun tan or not. But this again goes in really easily, and it gives, I think, a really, really nice finish to my skin. I mean, it's the summertime, although you wouldn't know that if you look out the window. There's like a gale blowing right now. So I'm not really in the mood to be wearing thick foundation, but I would ideally like to find something that has a bit more coverage than this. But I think it does give, like, you can definitely see the difference, right? I think it's not matte, but it's definitely not as kind of shiny, glowy as the glow side, right? So yeah, and I've been using this instead of using BB cream. I mean, it's not quite as colouring as a BB cream would be, but it kind of makes me feel like I've evened out my skin tone a little bit, although I'm not really seeing that now. I've got red marks along here because I waxed my face earlier and it's got a bit sore. So yeah, it's probably not the best day to have done this. But I did want to say to you, because it says on here that you use in the morning as a moisturizer or on top of your day cream or serum before your makeup routine. So I have used both on their own. I've also used them on top of serum and day cream. At the moment, I'm trying out some Boots products, which I'll do a video on in a few weeks. May actually even go out before this one, I'm not sure. But anyway, and also I have tried it under a foundation. So not liquid foundation, but I often put on a powder that's kind of like a colour correcting powder, which unfortunately can't buy anymore, but it's kind of got green, purple, peach and beige in it, and you kind of swirl it around and then put it on, and it kind of, I find it really good to even out my skin tone and give me a bit of coverage. And this has all worked absolutely fine. So yeah, and it doesn't leave a residue, it doesn't really leave a white cast on the skin. So I am really impressed by both of these products, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried them out? How are they working for you? Are there any SPFs that you are kind of your ride or die that you definitely recommend? Love to hear from you on that, and any suggestions for any other products, beauty products that you'd like me to review. I love receiving suggestions. I love seeing your comments. I reply to every comment that I receive, and yeah, it's lovely to have you here. Thank you very, very much for watching today. Remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.